it's just a wild feeling having something actually work for the first time. Whew. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a little Accutane update. I've now been on Accutane for 4 months. I'm going into month 5 right now, which is so wild. I feel like it's been 2 or 3. Month 2 is my last official update I did. I've been giving you guys updates throughout different Shadow and Schmooze videos and Foundation Fridays and stuff. So you can go back through videos too and kind of see the progress happening. But I'm going to leave month 2's update down below if you want to know kind of what I was dealing with back then, any side effects and stuff I was experiencing, how the dryness was back then. I would definitely watch that video first if you haven't seen that yet. Also watch my acne story video. That goes really in depth about my acne history. This video is just literally going to be my current update. Any things I've noticed in the past couple months, before and after photos, and then also answering your guys' Twitter questions. Here we go. If you're excited for this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Let's get into the update. I just ate 5,000 chips and salsa. Feeling like I can't move. Like I say in every Accutane related video, I'm not endorsing Accutane. I'm simply sharing my experience with it in hopes that it helps, Hopefully it can help some of you guys out who are either on it or who are looking into it. Do your own research. Everyone's body reacts differently to things. I'm just sharing what's going on in my body. So I guess let's just start out with the way my skin looks, and then I'll talk about the side effects and the blood results and all that kind of stuff. I do have photos taken at the start of Accutane, month 2, month 3, and now month 4. So I think really the biggest change in my skin happened in the first 2 months. I mean, if you look at the photo of before Accutane and then month 2, it's pretty crazy. I feel like in the last few weeks, I've gotten the most amount of comments from you guys across YouTube and on social media. So sometimes I don't really notice a big difference, but then if I see a friend that I haven't seen in a couple weeks, or I post a new video that's not pre-recorded, like when I came back from my trip, that's when I really notice a difference because you guys see it. By the way, it's the end of the night right now. So if my eyes are bloodshot and I'm looking a little rough, that is why. It's 9 p.m. when I'm filming this. I think the biggest difference between month 3 and month 4 is how much the scarring has gone down, and I think that's because of the rose hip oil I've been using. That's the only thing I've added into my skincare routine in the last, I want to say 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And I really think is making a difference. My dermatologist pointed out that the scarring, especially on this side, has gone down a ton. I definitely still have quite a bit of redness and scarring, but it's going down, I feel like, every week. So that's really promising. I just put on a few drops of the rosehip oil on top of my CeraVe moisturizer at night. I did a whole skincare routine video, morning and nighttime, what I've been using, so I'll link that down below and in the eye. But if you're currently on Accutane, I would highly recommend you watch that video because the products I've been using have been still working amazing. I have a breakout right here, a breakout on my neck, but these are really the only active breakouts I've had in about the last 3 to 4 weeks, and I think that's because I've been putting crap on my face for YouTube. We did a Wish makeup video, a Hot Look makeup video. I've been trying tons of new products. That's probably not helping the situation. But before that, I really haven't been having any active breakouts. And obviously I have nothing on my skin right now so you guys can really see it. I just have some setting spray on. That's what the glow is. So let's move into the side effects and dryness. Like I mentioned in month 2, I really didn't experience any major dryness. I think that is solely because of the products I'm using. Even when I was gone out in super dry winter weather all day, flying on planes for weeks, I was kind of expecting my skin to get super dry and peely and patchy, and it did not. The CeraVe just kept it moisturized. My skin type right now, I would say, is normal to dry. So the dryness for me has really been not bad at all. Nothing at all like I was anticipating. I really was anticipating intense dryness and bleeding lips. My lips haven't been bad either because of Aquaphor. I can't remember if I said this before in my last video, but one of my past boyfriends was on Accutane when we were together, and his lips, I remember feeling so bad for him because they were bleeding. They were literally peeling off, and he would coat on the lip stuff. So that's kind of what I was expecting to happen. I was prepared for that. My lips and skin have not been bad, so I'm gonna take it. Thank you, Accutane gods. So coming out of month 2, I mentioned I was having eczema, and that was kind of my main side effect at that point. I was having eczema kind of on my arms and then also mainly just on my hands. And as you can see, my hands have been a lot better, especially since I've gotten back. So in the last few weeks, the flight going to Europe, my hands were almost like bleeding. Like they were very red, burning, peeling. Parts of my hands were so dry that they were starting to like crack and bleed. I remember using the airport soap in Amsterdam and my hands were literally on fire. The eczema on my hands was kind of there throughout the whole trip, but then they've been better the last few weeks for sure. Like, I mean, it's not even really noticeable at all, a tiny bit on this one, but they haven't been burning when I wash my hands or anything. I never used a steroid cream because I wanted to try and kind of avoid that, since it does like thin out your skin and you're not supposed to use it for a long time. So if I can avoid something like that, I will. Thick Cetaphil cream I was using seemed to work fine. So I think kind of my only main side effect coming out of month 2 was my cholesterol still going up. I have high cholesterol to start with, and then Accutane also can spike your cholesterol. So it was kind of like those things doubled. It was starting to climb pretty quick. After my month 3 blood work, my cholesterol was still going up. I think it was 243. So in my mind, the goal was kind of to do like Mediterranean diet, exercise, and then take milk thistle, keep taking it. The Mediterranean diet didn't quite happen, but I have been exercising pretty much for the last 4.5, 5 weeks. Every day that I can physically, I am working out. And I still have been taking 1,000 milligrams of milk thistle every single day. So when I got my blood work done this last time, my cholesterol is down to 199, and I'm very happy about that. I feel kind of proud of myself that I could actually get it down without some kind of like cholesterol medication. I mean, I think it's probably 99% the milk thistle is doing, but the dermatologist said just keep doing what you're doing because that's a good sign that it went down that much. That was my main concern going into this month's blood work, so it feels really good that it's on the down. I think my main difference between month 2 and month 4 has been my insurance cost on Accutane. With the new year, holy shitsies. Why do I keep losing this tweet? Some of you guys had more specific questions about side effects and stuff, so I'm gonna head on to Twitter and answer some of your tweets. Okay, so Shawnee says, oh, I feel like I've answered a question from you before, Shawnee. Shawnee Ramey says, did you notice any increased redness or soreness on your face? Also, if you don't have much of a flexible schedule, would you still recommend going on Accutane? I hear there are a lot of lab tests and appointments and was wondering if you could attest to that. Yeah, you have to do monthly blood work and monthly appointments. So every single month I go in to get my blood drawn. Part of the whole I Pledge program when you do Accutane is committing to going in to get your blood drawn, and you have to have an appointment every single month. That's what lets you get the next month of pills. Labs open pretty early, so if you can kind of work it around your schedule, so if you have like a 9-to-5 job or if you're going to school or something, you should be able to plan it around that. And then any increased redness or soreness. So that was one of the things I forgot to talk about. Redness, I feel like, is my main thing on my face right now. My face is definitely quite red at all times, especially when I work out. I look like a freaking tomato in the gym. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but my face is very red. That is a super common side effect of Accutane. Soreness, not really. I remember feeling it in the first couple months. I think I mentioned that, but now I don't really notice any more soreness. Has your hair started getting super dry? That's something that I've noticed more in the last month. This is all tape and extensions, and they're on their last limb too, so it might be a combo of that. But I do feel like my real hair too is a little bit drier than usual. One thing I notice on my hair most is dandruff. I get hella dandruff. I've been using a Dove dandruff shampoo. Don't really know if it's doing anything yet. I've only used it a couple times. If you wanted to, you could literally go weeks without washing your hair on Accutane. My hair literally does not produce oil. Will you still have dry skin after you stop taking it, or does it kind of level out? I can't predict the future, but I have a feeling that it'll kind of level out since it already is. In the last month is kind of leveling it out. There are a few questions about, has it affected me emotionally at all? Depression, suicidal thoughts, any of that kind of stuff. So for me, I haven't experienced that at all, which I am very thankful for. My mood has been great, it's just been normal, but I know that is a major thing for a lot of people, so just be aware if you're someone that does have tendencies or you have depression in your family, that could happen. Tiffany says, has having clear skin given you more confidence? I think what I have now is a different feeling. It's almost more of a free feeling. Like I feel like I can literally just walk outside. Acne isn't the center of all of your thoughts. When I have to go run and get Postmates outside, like get the delivery guy at the door, I'm not thinking of brushing on concealer really quick, or if I'm going to the grocery store to pick up one thing, I don't feel like I really need to do anything. It's just a freeing feeling knowing that you don't really have to worry as much about your skin. I think that's been the biggest difference for me. It's a great feeling. It really is. Also, it's just a wild feeling having something actually work for the first time. Like if you watch my acne story video, you know how many things I've tried over the years. And if you have acne, you know that you can go from pill to pill to pill. And I think also just with my other health stuff, I never have a pill that does what it's supposed to do and actually helps. So it's just been a really nice feeling having a medication do what it's supposed to do and make you feel good, like feel better. I never experience that. I think that's where more of just like the mental change comes in for me. I felt confident before, I feel confident now. I felt beautiful before, I feel beautiful now. And if you're where I was 4 months ago, know that you're still beautiful and something is going to work, whether it's Accutane or something else. You just have to keep trying and something will eventually click and something will work for your body. How are you treating the red marks and scarring was a frequently asked question. Like I said, rosehip oil, that's really all I've been doing and I think it's helping. I'm going to keep using it. This is a cute question. Danielle says, what's the most positive experience that has happened since Accutane? Love your channel and you, Beirito for life. It actually happened pretty recently. I tweeted it and I was going through comments. Keep in mind, like I am used to scrolling through comments for years and at least one of them, every time I check it, has something to do with how horrible my skin is, how I'm doing everything wrong, how I don't wash my face, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Every day there's some kind of comment like that. But I was scrolling through comments and I saw a comment from someone that said, I want your skin. And I literally have never heard those words. And on one hand, it's like, don't say that. Like I said, everyone's skin is beautiful. I truly believe that. But I also had just literally never heard those words. That was just like a moment for me. And for some reason, it was different than things like my parents and friends in real life and everything have said. That one, for some reason, just like clicked. And I feel like I'll always remember that feeling. Julie says, have you noticed anything unusual like thinning skin to other areas of your body? Not at all. I don't even know how you tell if your skin is thinning. I think my skin is thick. Renee says, has Accutane bothered your stomach at all? I have had nausea and stuff every now and then and throwing up. I already have kind of a weird, like I'll get nauseous randomly at like 2 a.m. and throw up sometimes. So I don't know if it's gotten any worse. I don't feel like it has. But again, everyone's body is different. Hannah says, can you tell me now if you think you'll be good to go in the regular 6 months, or do you think your dermatologist will extend your dose? I don't know. She didn't really say anything at this point, but she said for going into month 4, am I going to month 4 or month 5? Going into month 5, my skin is looking where she wants it to be for going into month 5. Liz says, have you noticed any problems with night sweats? I'm on month 2 and that has been my most... Why is my mouth not up to speed right now? I'm on month 2 and that has been my most annoying side effect besides the dryness. Oh, by the way, I'm on 60 milligrams. That was something I forgot, I think, to say in the last one. I'm on 60 milligrams, so I do 30 twice a day. I have not experienced night sweats. I am friggin' freezing all of the time, but I was like that before, so I don't think that has anything to do with Accutane. So Zoe says, would you say, in your personal experience, that it's worth the side effects? So that's something that is, I feel like, so personal to everyone because some people have very, very scary side effects, very hellish experiences, anxiety, depression. There are some serious side effects. Just my experience. For myself, I would do it again, 150%. My side effects, I feel like, have been very minimal. So that's been really surprising to me too because, like I said, I'm not 1% of people who will get something weird. Melinda says, what's been the hardest, most frustrating aspect of Accutane? Is it the dryness, the restrictions, getting labs done all the time? For me, it honestly hasn't been that much of a lifestyle switch besides just what I'm doing for the cholesterol. I already get major body pain, so the joint and muscle pain from Accutane I do have, but it's just, I'm used to pain every day. So it's not a big like lifestyle change for me to be dealing with something like that. I already don't drink a whole lot, so that hasn't really been an issue for me. You're not really supposed to drink on Accutane because of the liver. Maria says, have your migraines increased or got worse during Accutane? I would say they've stayed about the same. Brittany says, will you have another process done when you complete the treatment to help with the scarring, basically? I'm gonna see where my skin's at the end with the scarring and stuff, but I definitely wouldn't be opposed to doing some kind of treatment like, why can't I think of the name of it right now? Needle literally can't think of the name. I'm not opposed to doing something like that or laser to help with the scarring afterwards, but I'm pretty sure you have to wait a while before you can do anything like that. I'm pretty sure you have to wait like 6 months or a year before you can do any kind of laser or treatment or anything on your skin anywhere. Like, I want to get my whole body laser. They just finally came out with a blonde hair laser. So that's pretty much everything. I'm going to keep taking my milk thistle. I've still been drinking a ton of water. I think that is something that's also majorly helped with the redness. With the dryness. I'm just crossing my fingers that it stays like this for the last couple months. That would be phenomenal. I haven't said phenomenal in like 4 years. So before we wrap this up, I'm going to zoom you guys in. I turned down the lights so you can really see everything, especially with this new lens. Just want you guys to be able to see my scarring and the skin and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If there's a little asterisk in the spelling of Accutane in the title, it's just so YouTube doesn't demonetize this video, because they do that with Accutane or any drug in the title. Thanks for all of the positive support and encouragement throughout this whole process. Your comments and everything make my day. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a little Accutane update. Nope, we're not. My parents are camping in a trailer in the middle of the desert right now.